Hey, I'm David. I'm 24 years old. I like to get outside, explore, and definitely DIY some stuff.
Welcome back. This is episode 1 of the hard-sided roof cable project. In this episode, I'll be fabricating the aluminum framing for the roof, floor, and walls, as well as laying up the carbon fiber for all the panels. Yep, you heard me right, carbon.
That's pretty stiff.
So this camper will be almost entirely made up of aluminum tubing, XPS insulation foam, and carbon fiber. So follow along and learn with me as I take on this potentially overly ambitious project in learning to weld aluminum and laying up carbon fiber for the first time.
Do a little run through of what all is going on here.
I'm using all 0.065 wall tubing, except for this frame here in the middle. I'm using 1x3 rectangular tube on the outside, and then 1x1 square for the inside framing. And this is all 3/16 flat plate, and this will be the skylight frame. So just got to miter these cuts here for the corners, so I've got a nice joint, and then weld everything up. All the miter cuts are all done. Pretty decent. Oh, pretty square. The whole frame isn't square right now, but they're all 45. Now just to weld these together and then the inner frame together. So I've got the top frame here welded up, sort of tacked up, still through the edges here, but got some decent welds all around. It's pretty stiff already. It's gonna stiffen up even more after it's fully welded. And then this is the skylight frame. This fiberglass is so there's no galvanic corrosion between the carbon fiber and the aluminum. It's pretty important to either put fiberglass or some sort of dry adhesive in between these. Otherwise you'll have a pretty nasty mess if any sort of water or moisture gets in, which eventually it will. So just finished putting fiberglass on all the aluminum here. As you can see, just a pretty thin strip along all the tubing, and that's just going to prevent all that corrosion from the carbon fiber and aluminum touching. So while I'm waiting for the fiberglass here to cure, went ahead and tacked the bottom frame, just sort of laid everything out. So this is 3x1 square tubing. I wanted 1x6, but they didn't have it for a reasonable price. It was like double the cost of using two 3x1s. So just welded two together, so it's going to be 6 inches total. Did that all around, and then same thing on these edges here. This is what's actually going to clamp to the tent, and then this small section, this rectangular box, will be cantilevered over top of the cab. So each panel, there'll be 3 panels within the bottom section, and that way you can pick one up, put it on top, and then so forth. Pick this one up. This section again is different. This one be fixed in place. Wanted to update you guys. Just finished welding up the whole bottom frame here. So welded around all the edges to connect the two 3x1 rectangular tubes. So all the edges on the outside, and then some intermittent welds on the inside here. Welded up this inner frame, which will house the fixed portion of the floor, and then this bottom frame, which is going to attach the frame to the bed rack. It'll also support these two removable panels I referenced earlier. So finish welding these up. These will sit sort of how they are now, but on the inside. And then also finished welding up the sidewalls here. So all 4 triangles, which will make up the 2 walls. So just gonna move on to the foam. So we're back in the garage. Just want to go over the overall progress I made in this episode. So here we've got everything sort of consolidated. We've got the floor, the roof, and then all of the foam cut out. Panels for the fixed bottom panel, and then the 2 removable panels, and then additionally the all 4 panels for the wall units made here. So this is where I'm gonna stop for this episode, but make sure to stay tuned for the next episode where I'm doing all the carbon fiber layup, assembly, as well as finish up the door panel, and then all the sort of weather sealing and whatnot, finishing touches. But I'm really excited for the next episode. I'm going to show you guys what I've been working on for a new wall system. This can be a little bit different than red tail overlands, better in some ways, sort of compromising others, but make sure to stay tuned, subscribe, and keep watching. Thanks.